Welcome to Fredy's Green Hub. Today we are in Tirana, the capital of Albania. We will explore what the biggest market in the city has to offer, how transportation works, if the university caught our attention, why we couldn't enter this place, and how to reach the most beautiful spot for lunch. Stay with us. Transportation in the city works the same as in any other city. It's crowded here. However, there is one difference, but more on that later. Let's take a walk through the city's most famous market. Parking nearby is nearly impossible. I tried the Albanian style, meaning you park wherever you feel like it. And well, we got a fine. By the way, you can pay the fine at the currency exchange office, but only the next day. Have you experienced that in other countries? At the market, you will find everything from souvenirs to tobacco. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled out something else from under the table. Many items are repetitive. You will probably spend a maximum of 5 to 10 minutes here. I don't see much point in staying longer, but I get it. Souvenir fans, basically every other girl, and tobacco lovers could spend more time here. And now, let's get back to transportation. The rules aren't really followed. People ignore the signs, especially the further we are from the city center. But I discovered one rule. The more respect you show on the road, the safer your ride will be. Strange? Actually, when I think about it, not really. We took a drive around the city, which is basically one big roundabout. Buses here run very rarely, and everyone gets around by car or taxi. And what method of transportation would I choose if I were here again? Stay tuned, and that time will come. This is pyramid in Tirana. I have seen photos where these steps were just a sloped surface, so they might have changed it after seniors were racing skaters here in the evenings. It's hard to say. You can run up these steps and enjoy a cafe nearby. It's pretty nice and a quiet park. Well, while the seniors aren't skating, they place dice in the park, a lovely pastime. You will often see them sitting around, having coffee, really everywhere, even outside of Tirana. They sit in groups, turning their chairs to face the street, just watching what's happening. It's an interesting hobby, I must admit. If you want to escape the hustle and bustle of the city, this is one of the parks. It's really large and you feel like you are not even in the city anymore, so it serves its purpose well. There are few cafes here, but it's best for walks. Just be careful. Sometimes local guys zoom by on their motorcycles, which doesn't surprise me at all. And this is the most beautiful building in Tirana. Guess in the comments why. If you are a sports fan, make sure to visit the National Football Stadium. You will only be allowed in if you buy a cafe or a beer, but you will be greeted at the entrance by a lovely lady, so go for it. The city has extraordinary styles of skyscrapers, or generally large buildings. An example is the stadium next to the university. I always enjoy being in the academic environment. It brings a sense of carefree spirit. And cycling? Well, in the center you can see signs of modern bike infrastructure. As long as you don't get hit by a motorcycle, it's unconventional. The further you go from the center, the less safe you will feel on the bike. Not safe at all. And do you know what's the biggest surprise in Tirana? That there's a castle in the middle of the city. Well, sort of. It's a market on maps, but right now it's just market and a place to grab a bite. I feel a bit misled. Right next to it is the Great Mosque of Tirana, which is the largest mosque in the Balkans. However, we weren't allowed inside because there was some celebrations happening. And here's the cherry on top. Where to go for lunch? There's one place you definitely want to go. If anyone in your group votes otherwise, just blow them away with this video. You can take this beautiful winding road like we did. The entrance is about €3. Or you can take the cable car. The views from the cable car can be beautiful, but it's more expensive. If you have a car, you will save a lot of time during the day. However, if you have the time, feel free to enjoy the cable car. It's classic one, just like when you're freezing on a ski slope in Austria during the winter. And the restaurant here? Perfect. The prices are similar to those in the city. The food is fantastic and the portions are huge. You really need only one day in Tirana, unless you plan to visit every cafe. As for transportation, if you have a rental car, keep it for an extra day in Tirana. If not, you don't need a car in the city. You can get around by taxi or even on foot. So are you going to visit Tirana too? Give us a like, comment and follow for more tips on eco-friendly travel. And don't forget, keep it green. Bye.